And we're back, another development tour, Southeast London, my stomping ground. With my boy Rory, how you going, mate?
Hey, Sam, bro.
Good, good, good. He's trying to take over. He's actually trying to buy out my lots of auctions. So today, we're Forest Steel SE23. First project, right?
First official project, yep.
First project, first of many?
There's many more to come for sure.
Okay, so before we let them know about this project, give people a little insight. What did you do before buying this first property?
So before this project, I used to study, back in uni I did architecture and interior design. Where I got my part 1 in that. And then following that, I'm now a project manager for a luxury design and build company where I manage projects in and around like Southwest London. Us doing this within our community, I feel like I said, we have an obligation to show what we're doing, put on to the next gen, and just share with everyone, you know? Give people that insight into what opportunities are really available to them. And
let's go see the opportunities. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, listen. No, well done. If I was a football pundit, I'd say take a bow, son. It's looking. I mean, I've only seen the front room so far, so I've got to see the rest. But it's looking good, man. It's looking really good. So obviously, you saw the before pictures, some of the during videos. There's been a lot of changes. So first, talk to me about why you bought this specific property.
This property, so I ended up on this property because the kind of area I was looking in was South London, because that's, again, as I said, I manage projects mainly around Southwest. So that's kind of areas I was looking before, you know, Fulham, Clapham, etc. And that was where I went for the first auction pick. Didn't find anything in Southwest at the time for that auction that we went for, so ventured out into Southeast. Went to a few different areas, and then yeah, this was clearly the winner because it was quite spacious. Had a lot of potential, so yeah.
So talk to me about changes. Obviously, open plan kitchen living room wasn't in situ to start with. What are some of the main changes you've made in this property?
Originally, we had obviously, you have a lot of different plans, a lot of different options. But in the end, basically, what we end up actually doing, the only changes we made was moving the kitchen into here and just rejigging the once was kitchen into the new master bedroom. And then that was it, because we had plans of making this larger, setting this wall back as to make a larger open plan kitchen live-in, but didn't end up going with all of those kinds of things. Just tried to keep it as simple as possible.
What were some of the reasons that you didn't go for the more ostentatious, more ambitious plans in terms of changes?
Well, always first thing, cost. Second thing's the logistics behind it, as you know, party wall, license to alter, getting into steels, structural engineer, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, things like that. Even design-wise, as you can see, we've got the original period features with the cornices and the ceiling roses. If you'd done that, then obviously you would have had to lose that or alter it in some way. And yeah, for the level of project of just trying to get in and out, it just didn't weigh up in the end.
So let's go and explore some of the rest of the property.
Come, let's have a look.
So you're saying 3 bedrooms, so it's gone from a 2-bed to a 3-bed, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
2-bed, 1 bath to 3-bed, 2 bath.
Where's the additional bathroom?
The additional bathroom is in the new master bedroom.
Oh, okay, so where the kitchen was originally.
Yeah, so the kitchen's changed. What was initially the kitchen is now the additional bedroom and the additional bathroom.
Been quite brave on the colours here, but I like them.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you went for a little bit of, you know.
Do you know what? I'll be real. I went, obviously, as I said, you got to add a touch of design. So I was trying to go with navy to match the kitchen initially, but the kitchen ended up being delivered after. So even in the front room, that feature what we got is grey was actually blue. And then when the kitchen came, it was just like it's clashing too much.
Okay.
But in little green selection of paints, this was the closest to navy we had. And I didn't know it was this, it's like in your face, isn't it? I didn't know it was this powerful until it was on. But I think it works.
But the thing is as well, like with stuff like this is, yes, you don't want to go overly personalised, but a lot of the time, sometimes a pop of colour gives people an idea of what that can add to a room. If they want to repaint that afterwards, that's just a pet little DIY project for them. So this is what used to be
Yeah,
the
let me
kitchen.
tell you. Let me tell you.
Go on then, you told him.
Cool.
You told him.
Cool. So obviously, this used to be the whole kitchen, this whole room, the master. bedroom and ensuite.
I gotta stop you here.
Stop me.
Come. What's going on here? Why does your bathroom
Yeah.
have a glass door?
No, I was talking about that whole convenience and cost thing.
This is how I'm gonna be living.
This is one of them cost things. Someone had a spare door to use, so it was like we brought it to the site. Said, "Yeah, I got a spare door. Throw it on the ensuite. Jobs are good." And
toilet with a view.
with a view, you might want to let some natural light in. You know, you might be in a bedroom. You might just want the ambiance of the bathroom. Do you know what I mean? But again, it's down to personal touch, isn't it?
So what's funny? I feel like you proper get like periods. Like I feel like these tiles are proper in right now.
Yeah.
Like I went to Ass Project recently, had something similar. Likewise with Tashan and a few other people.
Yeah, the Hoxton porcelain tile.
Yeah.
I was debating whether we went for the bottle green or things like ocean blue. Again, when I was looking at colours, but I think it's a very it's very in tile right now, the Metro style.
And they're very like heritage colours as well, which fits like these Victorian properties.
Yeah.
And then bedroom number 3. So probably least amount of work you had to do in here.
Yeah, nothing done in here.
Did you replaster the entire property?
We just skimmed everywhere, more or less everywhere. Not every single wall, but yeah, mostly skimmed. Only replastered, to be fair, on the new partitions of the ensuite and the master and stuff.
No, overall, very, very good job. Very pleased in terms of the standard finish. I think now it's time you step into my office and we really do that deep dive to find out how the project went. So now you've almost finished your first project. I'd say 99% there. My first question to you is, do you still want to be a property developer?
Yeah, I think most definitely. Hasn't deterred me in any way. Was everything I was expecting, to be honest. So yeah, as you said, first project of many.
Mm-hmm. What would you say are some of the biggest lessons you've learned on this project?
That's a good one. I think one being the team you use, the people you work with, etc. That's a big one. So whether that's down to your builders or if you're doing a JV or your architect, etc. I think your team is very important. So, but you only get that as you go through a process with them.
Talk to me about budgets now, because I know from our original conversation, you went over slightly when purchasing the property.
Yes.
How much did you go over by?
10K.
10K, okay. And then in terms of your refurb budget, when you viewed the property, what was your budget for the refurb?
When I viewed it, I had a budget of 50K for the refurb.
How much did you end up spending?
Ended up spending 60.
60, so just over the 10% contingency.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we're finding, a lot of people are pushing to 15% over budget, which isn't crazy, but just goes to show if you are kind of costing a project and doing your numbers, maybe 15% is a better number to run with in terms of your contingency for your build cost.
I think always have the contingency, but as we said, I think someone like yourself who does projects regularly, or once you have an idea of actually how things cost, I guess it'll be a lot easier to refer back to your old projects. Obviously, inflation and stuff, price of stuff is always going up. But once you know certain figures, because you could really be spot on if you wanted to. Like, if I had the time, I could have gone through every single item I was going to buy and added it up and seen. But obviously, that's very time consuming. And there's always those things that you don't even know you're going to need to buy. It's
funny you said that. Well, right now, we love giving value back. And people always want to know how much is things going to cost.
Yeah.
So you spent £60,000 in this property.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to go through everything, but let's go through some top level stuff and see where you spent the money. Yeah. So how much for your appliances and worktops do you think you spent, and the units do you think you spent on your kitchen?
I think maybe the kitchen, including like the worktop, splashback and appliances, maybe like 6K from rent, I think. 6K, 5.5, something like that.
And then what about your central heating? Did you have to install a new boiler, or was the existing?
No new boiler, just new rads throughout.
How much do you think you spent on radiators and plumbing?
Rad. So when you see a lot of fancy developers like Property by Kazy and stuff with their designer rads and things like that, I think you think it's a light touch, but these are actually quite expensive, and that surprised me. That would have been one thing that surprised me actually,
Yeah,
because
that's probably what,
these
300?
these 3 column rads,
Hmm.
500 for this rad.
Okay, so do you know what it is? Sometimes you pay for the color because
Yeah.
I think we were looking at, I want to say like 370. I think we went black.
Yeah,
Especially going bronze.
yeah. I think obviously that's more of a custom color. So yeah, and you can get 2 column and 3 column, etc. And obviously these are quite tall ones. You get different size, so it all varies. But just top level, as we said, the designer rads, the column designer rads were like 500 each, whereas we went for the plain whites in the bedroom, which were like 100.
Yeah, so you
it's
found
different
that
maths.
balance
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And I think that's something, have you found you've had to do quite a lot throughout the project in terms of find that happy medium between everything you want versus where the budget sits?
Yeah, I think with my personal background and like as I said, projects that I'm on, and just I guess my taste in general, it can be I'm used to quite high end or high end finishes or top spec furniture, etc. So reining it back in and remembering, I think not to get, I think with projects you sometimes you get overly invested, don't you? Like you think this is where I want to live, or so you try to put your own touch on it. Or like I would love that, but yeah, sometimes you got to rein it back and remember that it's just a project at the end of the day, so the numbers have to make sense.
Yeah. Have you got your agents in yet?
Yeah, agents have had agents come in, just signed with an agent now, so we should be going live probably this week sometime.
Who'd you go with?
Stanford's Forest Hill.
Stafford. And what have they told you? What do you reckon you're gonna sell this property for?
So I was hoping to get 550, but we knew it was going to be anywhere between 525 and 550, and that's what all the agents have come in and said. So we're somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay, amazing. So we're gonna see. Hopefully, gonna drive past in a week or so's time. See a not even see a for sale board. See a sold board outside, and then on to the next. What's next for you? What do you want to do as your next project?
I think given the feedback that I'm getting from the community and others around me, I feel like certain strategies are becoming maybe a bit outdated now, potentially, or so you might need to pivot slightly. So develop another project is definitely my next step. Whether it's something like a 1 to 2 bed or 2 to 3 bed like this, numbers may not stack as much now given stamp duty, etc., because like that. But so what kind of project? I'm not 100% sure exactly, but there'll definitely be another one in the horizon soon.
That has been another development tour by myself, Kaz, from Property by Kazy. This is Rory. Rory, where do we find you? Where do we connect with you?
Find me on Instagram, Rory Renovates. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions or want to get in contact about anything. Yeah.
Or if you want to buy the house, want to invest, want to work, want to come and see, do you know what? We want to give back more. So I am going to force Rory to take at least 5 of you around this project. So if 5 people comment or reach out to Rory, going to do a day. We just come down, see what he did, see what he liked, see what he didn't like. So get to learn all about this property that has just been flipped. We're in the process of being flipped in Southeast London. That has been another development tour. Peace.